Okay, today we're going to 35 acres in San Pablo Canyon Ranch, and I've come 5 miles up Wet Canyon, County Road 31.9. There's the 5-mile marker on our right there. And right about the 6-mile marker, we're going to be taking a left into San Pablo Canyon Ranch. We're going to be looking at 35 acres with power, a nice new RV / build site, campsite on it, with great views. It's very private. It's in the back of the canyon, and it has a road that goes down through it to the bottom of the property, to where you can drill a water well. And San Pablo Canyon Ranch is nice. There's about 50 tracks, and the covenants are light, very light, not much more than county regulations. And the dues are like $150 a year, and you're going to be about 25-30 minutes from town, and about 15 minutes from a mom and pop store behind me here. You go to Weston, Colorado, you take a ride onto Wet Canyon Road or County Road 31.9, and then you go about 6 miles up and take a left into the ranch. I'll be showing the drive as we go up into the canyon. It's about 5 miles from off of pavement, the property is. And I'll be showing little clips as we go up there. And I'll be flying my drone over the property and trying to keep it within the boundary lines and showing the property that way as well. Okay, it's just a pretty canyon. This is one of the, I think this is the best canyon in the whole county. You're in the tall pines, and like I say, you're gonna have really good views from this property as well. So right around this corner over here, we're gonna take a left about 5.5 miles. No, I just passed mile marker 6. So about 6.25 miles, we'll take a left into San Pablo Canyon Ranch. This is a pretty place here. I sold this place to some people that were teachers, and the guy restores Model Ts, builds his own parts. Okay, so we just come around that corner. This is the entrance to San Pablo Canyon Ranch. Once you pass that, so you take a left, the mailboxes are there. This is San Pablo Canyon Road. It's a pretty canyon, and the roads are maintained year-round for snow. We are about a mile off of pavement now, driving up San Pablo Canyon. Okay, we're still on San Pablo Canyon Road. We're about 2 miles, and you're going to see a speed limit sign. You don't want to go left, you just want to stay on the main canyon road. God, it's loud. Dude, we want to stay on San Pablo Canyon Road. That's Dude Canyon over there. I love these hills with the big sandstone formations. It's just a pretty valley. We're about 2.7 miles. You can see the West Spanish Peak as you're driving up. It's big. It looks about Looks about like that when you're driving up. And that's going to be your main views besides Fisher's Peak back to Trinidad once we get to the property. Okay, we'll be coming to the right. We'll take a right up here in just a little bit. And I was thinking about the wildlife areas and things. You're about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from most of the wildlife areas. There's one that's right behind, it's 30,000 acres. It's right behind Weston, Colorado, where you come off the Highway 12 west out of Trinidad to Weston, and there's 30,000 acres back there. Some of the best wildlife you'll see. So we're gonna come around this corner. All right, there's a turn, you can go up that way. Don't want to do that. Another turn, you can go up that way. Don't want to do that. So we just stay on the main canyon road, San Pablo Canyon, and then we're gonna take a right up here. We're gonna take a right here, and it is, we're on San Pablo Canyon Road, and it's Mountain View Road. There's the bulldozer that was doing work to make a nice site on this property. Hopefully the smoke from the California fires won't be too hazy. I've been waiting to do this property because of that, and there's a couple of fires in Colorado up north. This 100 yards on the road is steep, but that's all you have as far as the road is concerned. And you can see the Sangre de Cristos to the west. You can see the Sangre de Cristos to the west. So once you get to the top of Mountain View Road, then you take a left, and then you just go straight. You can really see the West Spanish Peak this direction. And we're on, I don't know what road you call this. We're almost to the property. Right in here, we are coming onto the property. Okay, now at this juncture, we are on the property, and this road goes down to the bottom into the valley, and I'll drive that down. Actually, we'll just do that right now. Then I'll come back up and show you the site here on the top. Here's the site. And you have power sitting right here. You can really see the West Spanish Peak, and you can see all the way back to Trinidad. It's a little hazy because of the smoke. So we're going to drive down the valley now. There's some nice culverts going down for this road. There is one property to the north this road gives access to. So this is actually a subdivision road. Boy, you can really see that Spanish Peak. We're gonna take a right. It's nice because you have access to the valley bottom down here. You can run a water well line up this. My parents' water well line is over a 1/4 mile long. This is short compared to that. And the nice thing about it is when you have a valley like this, your water well is not going to be very deep, and you should get good water. The land goes up above there on top of that hill. You can look at the aerials, the topo map. Blue spruce. Nice valley down here. And once you get down the valley, yeah, all this is a part of the land. It's pretty down here. This is where you're going to find animals and things too. The property boundary goes across the top of that, and across and up top. And there's another valley on the other side, so we can drive this through here, and then there's another valley up this direction. Yeah, I'll drive a little way just for fun. We're right along the, when we get to the edge of the hill, oh no, there's a ditch. But you could with four-wheelers, and if I wanted to drive my truck I could do that, but I'm not going to do it, to get to the other valley on the other side that we just, of the road that we just drove down. This ditch right here, you know, down in here is where you want to put a water well. Go back up to the top. Missed the road there a bit. Like I say, there's another valley on the other side of the property. It's neat over there too. We're going back up to the site on the property with the power sitting right there on it. And look in this direction, it's south, and the other valley's down in there. You can see Fisher's Peak over Trinidad that direction. And that other valley comes off of off of Wet Canyon Road too, down in there. And this is the valley on the property that's we could have driven to if I wanted to go through everything. Now we're right back at the site. Okay, we came in from the main canyon, San Pablo Canyon, up the hill and right up here, drove in, and now we have this site. You can back an RV in here or something, and then you still have a nice site right there. Take a look at that. Okay, we're looking south, about southeast here, and you can see all the way back to Fisher's Peak over Trinidad from this site. And if you knock down a few trees, you're going to see the Spanish Peak. It's just huge, sitting right there. And the road that goes to the bottom is right here. And the property goes over to the other side of this canyon. Property line comes off about up there at the top, and then comes across, and then it goes down in the canyon below where I was talking about. Oh, these sandstone formations. Alright, so you can see on the aerial, the property line goes along the bottom and cuts across the bottom of the valley there, and then goes up in the hill and then comes across up here. Okay, I'm on the far eastern part of the pad site, and the West Spanish Peak is huge through there. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it looks about that big. And you can see back as you scan, you can see back to cut some of them trees down, and you can see back to Kachara Pass. It's nice up here. Nobody around either. And Fisher's Peak over Trinidad with the hazy California fire smoke. You can see it. Look. You can see it. Looks about like that. We drove down this road and we went down the bottom valley, and you have this valley over here, and you have this back valley that goes along. I didn't drive up in there, but it's a neat place. Okay, I'm gonna fly my drone over the property now, and the property line goes up on that canyon on top of that bluff over there. So 35 acres is pretty big, and it's actually bigger than you think because that's done on a flat map, so you actually end up with more acreage with the variation in topography. Okay, I'm gonna fly my drone now. This is looking back towards Fisher's Peak over Trinidad, southeast. And I put an RV in here. And this is looking to the north, where that big Spanish Peak is. You can drop some trees here. It is beautiful. This is the way we came in over here. Okay, we're done. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the drive out. I'm just backing out of the RV site. We're looking towards the northwest, mostly west. And the Spanish Peaks are over there to the north. There's the canyon to the south. Got plenty of room here. And when we come up off the property, and as we're starting to head back down into San Pablo Canyon Ranch Road, the one we drove up on, the views are incredible when you get up here. Nice hiking place, or riding four-wheelers, or just driving around. And the subdivision will maintain this road if somebody's in here. And we have 50-degree average winter temperatures. So the snow does come about 80 inches a year, but it melts off fast. You can work most of the year in a t-shirt outside around here during the winter. So the property goes down in there in this north, or this would be the southern canyon down in there. So then you come around and you can see the Sangre de Cristos. So we're gonna take a right and go back down the hill we came up and into the San Pablo Canyon we drove up on. But the mountains look about, Sangre de Cristos look about that big to the west. And I showed you that in the West Spanish Peak, you clear some trees out. It looks about like that. Beautiful views. That's the West Spanish Peak, and it has that's wildlife area, national forest. Mostly of the Sangre de Cristos are mostly national forest, and then there's several mountain lakes up there. You're not far from any of that, about 30 minutes. Okay, so, and if I can help you with something else or anything, I will. If you're seeing this on Lands of America, lands.com or Land and Farm, please go to my website, ranchviews.com, ranchviews, ranchviews, plural.com. Thank you.